started in 1978 as CEO, but back then they called it a manager. But before that time, I went to work at GE in 1966, and I quickly became involved with a credit union. Living in Rutland, they would have their credit committee meetings in Rutland on Tuesday evenings, and so I was a natural person to go to see if I'd be willing to serve a credit union, which I had to find out what it was first. And anyhow, that's been a labor of love. My volunteerism lasted from 66 to 78 when I took over as a manager of Ludlow Rutland General Electric Employees Credit Union, which we ended up changing the name, not quickly enough, but anyhow, it was overdue and we changed the name to Heritage Family. At GE, I worked in finance, and I also had a real estate business, and they all kind of dovetailed, and everything I did was part-time. I mean, I part-time at the credit union and part-time in real estate and full-time with GE, so I had a full schedule. And the GE part of it was good because GE let me do credit union business as a volunteer on their time, so that was good. GE was a great sponsor company to have because they were willing to give us the time, they were willing to give us facilities, and they were willing to let us use all their bulletin boards and copy machines and other equipment, so they were a great partner for us.
Oh, Ronnie and I have been friends for years. In fact, I got him started in the credit union. I was the first one to take him to a meeting in Montpelier on the truth in lending laws up there. A senator from Texas, I believe. That was a big deal back in those days, almost as controversial as Obamacare is today. Oh, he took a small $1 million credit union and turned it into a real valuable asset, not only for its members, but for the community on there. And quite an honor to have a place named after you too down there. So.
Ron Hance. Ron Hance. I remember Ron Hance. He's actually he's been around for quite a few years. As I recall, he was part of the group that really developed the Federal Credit Union Act in 1934, back in 80 years ago, as I recall. I may be wrong on that, but he's been around that long. To me, Ron Hance is the symbol of the credit union movement. He is, and we call this place we're in, we call it the Rock, which is the Ron Hance Operations Center, and he is the Rock, in my opinion, of the credit union movement here.
Ron's contributions to the credit union movement are immeasurable. Not only has he built Heritage Family Credit Union to be one of the most respected financial institutions in the state, but he's also taken time out of his busy schedule to serve on the national and international level through the boards of directors of CUNA, WOCU, and at the same time, again, has found time to serve his local community in a number of volunteer capacities. Well, I started on the education committee here at Heritage Family almost 25 years ago, and I've had the pleasure to serve on the board of directors for almost as many years. Ron and I have had some wonderful times together. I've certainly viewed him as a mentor of sorts. He's taught me a lot. Credit union has taught me a lot, for which I'm enormously grateful. Ron truly embodies the spirit of credit unions and has committed his life to ensuring that not only Heritage Family is a success, but the whole movement continues to thrive, and we're grateful for that.
I've been with the credit union for 22 years, and I worked with Ron for 20 of those years. I was his admin. Ron enriched my life both professionally and personally. He takes very good care of his employees. He provided us with a great work environment, good benefits, really cares about people, believes in the credit union philosophy of people helping people. He demonstrates that through volunteering. He served on the CUNA board for many years, the World Council of Credit Union board for many years. Statewide, he served on your board and committees for many years. As well as locally, he served the Rutland Region Medical Center and the College of St. Joe for many years. He encourages Heritage Family Credit Union staff to get involved, to give back to the community and participate, serve on the United Way boards or any other board that has a need.
I joined the credit union back in '81, so of course Ron and I have got 33 years together. Back then we were considerably small, about 6 million, and we actually, you did everything. And I went to the credit union to get a job, and because I went back to college and needed to pay my bills. And, the credit union had just gotten their first computer system in, and Ron was kind of running it at night too, and quickly realized that even though they say you can do that, they needed one more box to arrive with me in it. And after pestering him long enough and over the weeks, he finally gave me a job. And that's how my introduction to Ron Hance and the credit union began. I was a member prior to that. But watching Ron, he truly believed in the people helping people and the credit union movement, as has been borne out throughout his life with his, his state and national and international activities. So, back then we were 5 employees. I worked the teller line right alongside of Ron. GE had the typical plant shutdown during vacations, and he and I would cover lunches. I'm surprised we've ever balanced, but that was the way it was back then. And now, at 160 employees, when he says he's done it all in a meeting, I'm like, yeah, he really has. But for me personally, one of the big things is Ron was always willing to share how things worked, how the movement was structured, and he seemed to take a lot of pride in that structure and how things operated, and shared that willingly. So I mean, I went from a job to, within a couple of years, having a career that's now 33 years in the making. And Ron would probably tell you that 33 years and he still can't get a job.
Well, yeah, Ron, Hance, and I go back a long way. When I first started in credit unions, I was on the board of directors, elected to the board of directors in 1978, and was asked to manage the credit union shortly thereafter. And one of the first things we did was to consider starting a shared draft program. And in Vermont, you need to have a pilot program. Part of this process was trying to pull all the pieces together to make this work. Ron Hance invited me down to Rutland to visit his credit union. They had already set up a program, and he walked me through the process. Truly, for myself and for many managers at the time, Ron was just a great mentor, and allowed us to learn from him and develop a lot of the strengths that we had as far as management was concerned. Another aspect is Ron's leadership. In the early years, CUNA had a large board of directors, and I was lucky enough to be included in that group. And during that time, I was able to watch the leadership skills of Ron Hance, who at that time played a very active role in the organization. And it really helped not only myself, but others to learn from his experiences.
Hi, this is Brian Branch, the World Council of Credit Unions. And congratulations to Ron Hance, and congratulations, Ron, on a very successful career. Thank you to my dear friend and my brother from New England for all the contributions that you've provided to the World Council of Credit Unions. So to the Vermont Credit Union Association and Family Heritage Credit Union, thank you for sharing Ron's leadership and his time with us. And Ron has made many contributions to credit unions all over the world. Ron has provided leadership, inspiration, and been a steady hand for many credit union systems around the world through many years of development. So you can see Ron has contributed 5 continents around the world and played golf in all 5 continents. And best luck to you, Ron.
Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about Ron.
Oh, I can tell you a lot about Ron. I mean, it's just, he's awesome. I mean, he's always been great. Ever since he's been a little kid. I mean, Ron Howard was a great Opie Taylor. He was cute as a button when he was in the Andy Griffith Show. I mean, he really was. And I'll tell you a little known fact about Ron Howard is that when he was a child star, he never realized how much money he was making. Until one day, his favorite baseball player, Sandy Koufax, negotiated a new contract, and it was all over the papers how much annual salary he was making. So Ron Howard took out a piece of paper and a pencil and kind of figured out how much he was making a week, and he found out that he was making more than Sandy Koufax. So that was kind of a cool little story about Ron Howard. But, you know, then he goes on to be Richie Cunningham in Happy Days. I mean, that was great. You know, don't ever touch me again. There were some great lines in Happy Days. And who figured that he would go on to be an award-winning director with Cinderella Story and A Beautiful Mind. I mean, it's just great. And speaking of Ron and movies, I mean, did you ever see Captain Ron? Captain Ron is great. I'm telling you, it's a great comedy. A little long in the tooth, probably 1992, somewhere around there. But starred Kurt Russell and Martin Short, great family film. In fact, the writer of, true story here, a little bit of trivia for you, the writer of Captain Ron, his name is John Dwyer. Not our John Dwyer, but John Dwyer, our John Dwyer, he's not that funny anyway. So, but John Dwyer, true story, he wrote Captain Ron. And that's funny. I mean, that's not as funny as maybe Ron Burgundy, you know, stay classy, San Diego.
Matt. What? I meant Hance.
Oh, Hance. Oh, you want me to talk about Hance? Oh, I'm sorry,
yes.
Here I am talking
Hance.
about Ron Howard, and you want me to talk about Hance. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so let's just start over. We'll cut this out later. But yeah, I can talk about Hance, sure. Yeah, I mean, he's great too. You know, I mean, he's gold. Everything he touches turns to gold. I mean, Tom Hance just finished Captain Phillips, which is based on a true story about, you know, a Vermont boat captain. So, I mean, he loves doing true stories. In fact, he did Apollo 13, which was directed by Ron Howard. How cool is that? It kind of circles around. So you might want to keep that stuff in there about Ron Howard. So that was kind of neat. So yeah, so a little bit of trivia about Tom Hance. Tom Hance started on a TV show, a little comedy series called Bosom Buddies with Donna Dixon. Yeah, Donna Dixon. And I mean, but his big break, and really his big movie break, was in the movie Big. And that was directed by Penny Marshall, who I think was Laverne of Laverne and Shirley, which started on Happy Days with Ron Howard. Ron Howard's connected to everybody. It's crazy, isn't it crazy? I mean, I'm getting really excited about this stuff.
Matt.
What?
It's Hanks you're talking about.
Tom Hance.
Hanks.
Oh, it's Tom Hanks? It's not Hance? Oh, I thought it was pronounced Hance. Well, that makes sense. I mean, H-A-N-K-S. Yeah. I'm sorry about it. I learned something new today. Wow, that's great. Huh. I really thought.
I wanted you to tell me something about Ron Hance.
Who?
Hance.
Ron Hance?
Ron Hance. Yes.
Rod Hance? Ron Hance.
Ron Hance.
Wow. Sorry, Joe. That name doesn't ring a bell.
And I wish Ronnie luck as he joins a new phase of his life, and it's what we call the golden years, you know. And what that means is you're going to spend more time on the toilet and in the doctor's office.
Hey Ron, I just wanted to wish you good luck in your next journey. It's well deserved. You've worked long and tireless over the years. Congratulations and bon voyage, my friend.
Ron, thank you for over 35 years of extraordinary service to this credit union and to the credit union movement at large. Your contributions have made a significant difference and will continue to impact on the future of credit unions.
Ron, I want to thank you for all your contributions to credit unions, to your own personal credit union, to the state of Vermont, and to credit unions throughout the country and the world. I wish you the very best in retirement. You and Marcia deserve
a good retirement, and I'm hoping that you can enjoy that. I know that you're thinking about spending some time in Florida. I wish you, as I said, the very best in the future.
Ron, as you wind down this one chapter and open the next chapter in the story of your life, personally I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to have a career that has been just about incredible, and probably more than I ever expected I would have. And also on behalf of the employees and the management of the credit union, thank you for your friendship, your leadership, and for helping us become part of what the credit union means to this community. Good luck, and thank you.
So Joe, you actually want me to congratulate Ron? Is that the idea? Now, we're asking for a lot here, but I'll do my best. I do congratulate him. I think he, as I mentioned, he's done a lot of work over a lot of years, and I wish him certainly the best in his retirement. And if he does plan to spend a lot of time with Marcia, I wish he would let her know that, so that she's not surprised, you know. And so, best of luck, Ron.